What up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy EMillio EgBar. We are back at it once again. And folks, it's been quite a long time since we've had some special guests grace our platform with their presence here today. And ladies and gentlemen, I am definitely delighted and honored to have these two brothers here joining us here today. Coming straight from out of Flatbush, East Flatbush to be exact. Brooklyn, New York City's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Help me to welcome to the show the Twin Kings. Fellas, what's good? How's everything?
Here he is, the Twin Kings in the building.
Absolutely.
You already know, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you for having us, bro, for sure.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And I want to thank you fellas both, first and foremost, for taking the time out to, join me here on this platform. You guys are the first artists we've interviewed this year. We took a little bit of a break, so we're back at it and all that good stuff, man. So we're definitely honored to have you guys here. And first and foremost, I also want to say thank you to the both of you for your service. I understand that you both served in the United States military, so we definitely want to say thank you for that, man.
Salute, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely welcome, man. So with that being said, fellas, I always like to open the floor up to our guests in the first part of the interview. So, for all of you out there that would like to get to know more about the two kings, the Twin Kings, then here you go right here. Y'all guys, y'all got it. Huh?
You had it right. You had it 100% right. Two kings, yeah.
No doubt, man. Yeah, man. So you guys got the floor. So please tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. We the Twin Kings. I know it's kind of spelled a little weird, but it's twin. It's twin. Twin Kings. We spell it two win because two of us got to win at the same time. What I'm saying? We both kings. We both from Flatbush. We both from, from New York. We representing out of the DMV as well. Got nothing but love. We got a bunch of tape. We hip hop connoisseurs. We are straight hip hop heads. We love this shit from the ground up, man. We ain't in it for the goddamn the culture vultures. What I like to say. We ain't in it for the money. We in it for the culture. So that's who we are.
That's all it is.
May the culture always win. You heard? That's just a little small snippet piece of us. But you can't. I will always say, if you're listening to us for the first time, you got to understand that we are very lyrical creatures. You can't listen to us one time and think you understand everything that we're talking about. Everything is in layers. Everything's in layers. We consider ourselves lyricists first and foremost. So.
And then on top of that, we just dropped a tape. It's called It's Funny How Life Is. Go check it out. If you haven't heard it, go check it out right now. It's an absolute classic. Facts.
No doubt about that. So, to get the cliche question out of the way, and I know a lot of people out there, going off of your name, I know this is going to be the burning question for people on this platform. Are you guys actually twins, like y'all brothers, for real? Or?
Yep. Yes, absolutely. We are absolutely
same
twins.
Nice.
Yep. We are absolutely twins. We look alike. People confuse us all the time. If you're from Flatbush, we went to Grady. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we went to Grady, everybody in Grady know who we are. You heard?
No doubt, man.
Shout out to all the Grady heads out there. You heard?
You already. That's crazy, man. So how was it like growing up having a twin? Because, I have, a couple best friends that are twins or whatnot. And, a lot of people, they jokingly call us the triplets because I kind of look like them a little bit too. But, I never actually really had a twin. So how's that like growing up having somebody as a splitting image of you?
Hey, so let me talk about this a little bit. So we legit had it's different whenever you have somebody who might have been a lot more physically commanding, more or less. Like I got into a whole lot of fights, and early on we had to learn, like, if I get into a fight and we in the same school and I got beef with some niggas, obviously my twin brother needs to know about it. You know what I'm saying? He has to know about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just remember this one story where me and this kid got into it in the middle of this bodega or whatever. And I didn't know the dude went to a certain school or whatever. And, twin just casually going through he went to our school. I didn't even know it. So after I rumbled with son, I didn't even know who he was clipped up with or whatever the case may be. Twin walking through the school, this, that, third, thinking everything is sweet or whatever, go to holler at a Biddy or something like that, and then out of nowhere, dude's like, yo, that shit go that bitch ass nigga right.
Oh wow.
Yes, man. Now Twin over there rumbling with three niggas trying to figure out what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? And he was kind of like, yo, this is wild crazy. So like early on, we had to understand like, yo, how we move. We move as a unit, as one single entity. So whatever he do, I do. Whatever he I do, he do, and it just moves in unison like that all the time. So
Yeah, facts. So that was the biggest thing. Like for us, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he do, I do, he do. So that's what makes the twin part a little bit different, because one, when you're a twin, you automatically kind of garner some type of attention. So it always happens that way. You know what I'm saying? So we learned very early on, especially from the situation that Twin just said. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets a little different if you get into some scuffle or some shit like that, and I don't know nothing about it. That's a problem, because it could put me in danger. It could put me in harm's way. So you know what I'm saying? We started moving on it as one accord. So now now we already know the lesson. We already understand how to move. So we've been doing this for a while. So yeah, we actually twins. Yes, we actually look alike. That's a fact.
Respect. So I wonder what the reaction was to the guys that realized that, yo, this is not the right twin that we over here trying to jump on and whatnot.
They realized that when we started jumping niggas back.
Oh shit!
I'll never forget this one. Hey, Twin, remember when Son in what's the name that's the when you threw the coat over Son's head and he didn't know he was getting beat up by two niggas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
When we started jumping niggas back, that's what people started realizing. Oh shit, there's two of these niggas.
Yeah,
it was a bit different. Yeah.
No doubt, man. That's what's up, man. Yo, that's the one thing I do admire about twins, yo. It's like twins always have that unspoken bond that people that don't have a twin would never understand. So I definitely appreciate something like that, because most of the times you get out here, you get into it. Most people ain't gonna stand by you, especially when you're getting jumped by a lot of dudes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we in the mud with it back to back.
Yeah, we in the back. So, it's a little bit of a different element when somebody gonna die for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure.
No doubt about that, man. So getting back into the hip hop thing, man. I read here, that you guys, you first got your first experience of wanting to really like dive head first into the whole hip hop culture back in 2000 when you guys had a cipher that you went to in Soundview Park in the Bronx.
Yep.
So tell us about that experience.
Man, I'll let Twin jump on that. That was a beautiful experience.
Yeah, it was like symmetry in motion. Like, we all about unity and keeping the black race together and stuff like that, and trying to when it was different eras where it would stop the violence and all that extra stuff, like especially since the Black Panthers kind of dismantled themselves essentially with the lack of hierarchy and leadership, and it got a little bit segmented. It started to pin each other against each other. So seeing that that camaraderie was the real starting point. So essentially we were some kids, man. We was like 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Our big cousin had us for the summer, whatever. We was up in uptown in New York, 233rd and busting, if people know about it. So we took a trip to, he used to play ball in the park a lot. So he was bringing us to the park to go play ball. And as we were on our way there, you know what I'm saying, we stopped at the corner store just to grab, like, you know what I'm saying, some water, some Gatorades or whatever. And on our way there was a whole bunch of people outside the corner store. So naturally, you know what I'm saying, as New Yorkers, we on edge, like, what the fuck's going on outside the corner store? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. But my cousin, we were comfortable because we were big cuz. So he just walked through, and we see this cipher. Like, in the middle of everything that's going on out there, we see a commotion, and it's a cipher. There's one dude beatboxing, and there's another dude rapping, right? And in like seamless motion, my cousin just waited for this one break in the verse and hopped in out of nowhere. We just walked down the block. He just walked in and got right into the cipher, and we seen people reacting to it. People like, you know what I'm saying, nodding their heads. Everybody's like, you know, listening to every single word that he said. You know, they're reacting to the words that he said, in the verse and stuff like that. And we were just sitting there witnessing it, like, damn, I've never seen so many people, you know, engaged in one little small thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. And it was captivating to us to see that, and we you know, we fell in love at that same moment.
Mm-hmm.
We was in the park thinking about it. We wasn't even playing basketball anymore. We was just thinking about that. And you know, when we got back home, we didn't even have a loose leaf paper or nothing. We had, you know, napkins and pens.
Nigga. We had napkins.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
We had some napkins and pens, and we penned our first round.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so we still remember our first round too, but don't ask us to do that on live radio.
Nah, I got you, fellas. I ain't gonna pitch all on the spot. You good?
That shit was ass.
Hell yeah. It is crazy because the shit that we wrapped on the napkin, my cousin, our cousin, had showed us how to formulate the bars.
Mm-hmm.
So once we formulated the bars, it was like, oh, this is how you actually write. And then we just started. We just kept writing from that moment, bro. We fell in love with it. So
never stop writing.
That's all it is, man. You know, and that's the thing, man. Especially about, you know, from 2000 to, you know, 2024 now. It's always something about the energy that those ciphers give you, especially when you have people that really take it serious. They're not just sitting there bullshitting around. They're not just sitting there just doing it because they want to impress the ladies and nothing like that. People that actually really bringing everything to the table and they just letting it go like that. And then just the energy that is just flowing around in that cipher, man. I miss those days, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
facts.
it's different.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
It's different now. Facts.
Yeah, man. So how do you feel, you know, you guys, you know, you've been in this thing for, you know, quite some time. How do you feel from then up until now, what you see with the hip hop industry?
Man, that's a great question. I would say how we feel about it, we don't like the trajectory of it because there's a lot of guys that are in it just for the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop wasn't about, you know, doing it for, I mean, obviously everybody want to get paid, but it wasn't, the craft of it wasn't made, and the essence of it wasn't made to just, I'm just doing this to say whatever to make sure people could bob their head and cool with it. They was actually displaying a message, you know what I'm saying? And I think that message is kind of diluted now. It's watered down. It's not our agenda no more. It's somebody else's agenda. And I think with me and Twin, we trying to keep that same essence going in hip hop to be able to talk about our culture, talk about what we do, what's going on in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what hip hop is made for. We're able to speak, express ourselves on a platform or on our network to be able to, you know, captivate the mind and make people think about what we're doing and why we're doing certain things and how we can mobilize, et cetera, et cetera. So for me and Twin, I think we're just trying to keep that principle intact. While
still being entertaining for the most part. Like it's not like a thing where we just want to bore you to death with knowledge all day. Like we get that. That can come across real preachy. But that's the reason why I told the listeners early on, you know, don't listen to us and take it for what it is immediately. Look at the grander scheme, because you know what we do with our track titles and our album names. It's telling a story. We're giving a message. Every time you even read the track titles, you can read it like a book. The moment that we display the track titles as an album, and whether you're on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever, the moment that you click on an album, you can read our track titles like a book. The same thing goes with the album names. So just to catch, you know, the listeners who are probably unfamiliar with it, our first project that we dropped publicly was in 2019. It was called In Order of Precedence, right? And the track titles read: In Hell, Who Woulda Knew, Two Doomed Niggas, Acquired Knowledge, Found Two Queens, Faced Death, and Left You Behind. You know, and everything all the tracks that came after that is just a building point of that.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I like that.
That was the first, right? And that was the first project. And then the album names go in order too, because it's a double-sided story. So the album's, just to catch everybody up, is In Order of Precedence, everything changed when she came. She made heaven fall and froze summer. It's funny how life is.
Yep.
Yo, that's dope right there. Because as y'all explaining it to me, I'm on your website. Yes, I admit, I'm sitting there going through our website, and I'm sitting there and I'm just going through it, and I'm like, yo, you can tell and you can see just how intricate and how much you guys, really put into your craft. Just explaining it and just reading it as you explain it just goes along. It's just like, I can appreciate that, especially like you said, nowadays there's not much of a message anymore in the music, and then you got a lot of people out here that are just really just in it just for a lot of the wrong reasons. A lot of them just want to be in it for the money and the fame. That's cool if that's what you want to do, but you can't expect real lyricists and people that really eat, sleep, and breathe this culture to really take you serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And while you on the website, so if you go to It's Funny How Life Is, for the viewers, just to see if we're telling tales, right? Read the track titles.
You got First Things First, Recognize the Truth, By Owning Your Fears, When Fulfilling your desires, you'll find love, so let go of your past and earn respect by knowing who you are, especially how people can be inherently selfish. Yo, that's deep.
Yep.
Message cheap. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We like to drop jewels as well as drop fire tracks. You know what I'm saying? So we're not trying to bore you with just that. We're trying to, if you listen to the album in its entirety, it's actually very entertaining as well as thought-provoking. So that's what we like to do. You know what I'm saying? So every project we release subsequently is going to be a hint off of that. We're going to drop a message. We're going to drop tracks that's going to, not bore you, but it's going to still evoke a message. So that's what we do.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you, like, how many people that that are hip hop artists are actually constructing, song titles and concepts and projects in the way you guys do it?
Not many. I haven't seen one yet.
Not one. Honestly speaking, not one. The closest thing that I've seen anybody do was probably Young Dolph.
Okay.
We started it before him because we dropped the Kiss project dropped as on SoundCloud in 2012.
Okay.
And that project started the whole entire narrative of how we write our music and construct our art.
Okay.
But I seen Young Dolph do it with one album, but with the track titles, but never in the album names.
Okay.
We've been doing it from the gate. So for us,
from the gate.
Like I said, rest in peace, Young Dolph.
Absolutely.
That's definitely a great mind that was lost. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we haven't seen anybody besides him do anything like that.
Right. So which is it's captivating, and I would say like the artists that we work with specifically, we know that those anytime we get a feature, right? Because obviously we can either agree to a feature or turn down a feature or seek a feature, right? All the artists that we've ever worked with up to this point, even the new ones that we have tracks that haven't even been put out yet. All of those artists specifically do something that captivated us to want to work with them in the first place.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? So we choose our features very strategically. We never, intricately. So
absolutely,
that's just something that we do. You know what I'm saying? Because we respect the art and we want to make sure that this art form has the most integrity, especially for our brand. So.
You guys mentioned Young Dolph. Definitely want to say rest in peace to him because he was, one of the more intricate minds and one of the bright up and coming artists in this whole industry. And he was also a pioneer for what he was doing with his music and his career and all that good stuff. So that was definitely a major loss for that one. But with that being said, like you guys are correct. Like you are probably the only people I've ever had the privilege of speaking to, when it comes to hip hop and just artistry overall, that actually, just put this much thought and intricacy into their projects so much to the point where, like you say, you can read it, the track listing going down the list, and it just reads like a book. It just reads like a message and whatnot.
From the very beginning. From the very beginning, right. And then, and that's, when we constructed that idea, we I had to convince my twin brother to even want to rap again anymore. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, bro, we good. We got good jobs. know what I'm saying? We family men, house good, kids fed. I'm saying we can go places when we want to, this, that, and the third. Like, it was a different feeling. So it was like, all right, are we doing it? So he was like, we're not gonna make no money initially with this shit. So he was like, yo, what's the point of us spending our time and doing it? And then when I pitched him that idea of just doing something that nobody's ever done in hip hop history, he was like, you sold me on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
I also had to egg him on because I had to tell him like he was the greatest living room rapper that ever was.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. You know why it was hard to get? Like Twin kind of touched on a little bit of it. Why it was so hard for me to jump on, because one, like, it's sad for me to say, but I feel like hip hop is kind of oversaturated with agendas, right? Everybody wanna make their niche or do whatever they got to do to pop off or whatever the case is, and I was never motivated by that. You know what I'm saying? Me and Twin was never really motivated by the money. I mean, granted, who's not gonna want $1 million? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's not what we do it for. So when people listen to us, they're listening to the authenticity of why we rap. You know, like every time we jump on a track, it ain't because we're trying to follow a wave or we're trying to create or we're trying to follow a trend. We're not doing it for that. We're doing it to try to create our own trend, to create our own sound, to make people fall in love with what we are doing and what we are doing solely, so we can push the agenda back to where
the art reigns supreme. Right.
Yeah, the art reigns supreme. So that's what we're doing it for. We ain't doing it for the money. We know. Granted, if we get to J. Cole's level where now art reigns supreme and everybody's paying attention to what we got going on, then guess what? The money's gonna come anyway. But we know it's gonna come once we garner that type of attention. But right now, we're trying to keep it authentic.
No doubt about that. So let me ask you guys, like, you know, going the independent route is never easy for anybody. You know, myself as an artist at one point in time, you know, I can understand the grind as an independent artist when, you know, you're footing the bill for everything and you're responsible for the trajectory of your career and creating the buzz for yourself. It's never easy. So what has been the most difficult part of this journey for the both of you?
I would say the most, there's a lot of different difficult parts, but you know, it's most importantly time management and not feeling overwhelmed with all the things that you have to do and just realizing that you're on your own time, respectfully. Additionally, it's navigating this fake ass industry.
True.
Like I can't tell you what zaps the motivation for a lot of, you know, authentic brothers such as ourselves to be, you know, put in a game where, you know, half of these niggas is fake.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They live in the facade. These niggas, they don't even run their IG, or it'll be a situation where niggas is scamming. You know what I'm saying? You know, no shade to Sean Kingston or whatever, but you know, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that you would be surprised. You'd be like, oh, I went in the room and I was with this person, and they not even, you know what I'm saying? These niggas don't even own their shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be they labels that, you know what I'm saying, are helping them rent their goddamn house, renting their car, you know what I'm saying? And they're putting them on a fucking salary like a fucking employee. It's a different, you know, ball game in regards to that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these niggas is trying to fake the funk and shit like that. And it's very difficult to deal with that, because you be like, yo, I'm trying to navigate and deal with the real niggas that's in the game. And, you know what I'm saying, getting their attention and trying to work with them and stuff like that has been, you know, some of the hardest things to navigate. So we automatically knew, okay, we got to build a team, you know what I'm saying, court certain a different level of attention and make people respect the pen first. You know what I'm saying? Everything else will follow. You know what I'm saying? So that's been the hardest aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? But we've been writing and making music for far too long, so it's nothing for us to be like, yo, here. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we're in a different situation. We're not doing it because, oh my God, we have to make $1 to do it. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it for the love of hip hop first. You know what I'm saying? Foremost.
Respect.
Which, like, I gotta explain it. The best way to explain that is we're taking the KRS-One approach. Yeah, if that makes sense. Like when he first was rhyming and doing his due, and he had a #1 record, he was broke and living on the street. You know what I'm saying? And nobody even knew who he was.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when that aspect of it, that level of humility, but pride at the same token, like that type of thing. Like that's the love that you have for art culture to still be. You know what I'm saying? Give it back to the game.
To kind of give it a short answer, I would say, you know what I'm saying, with Twin agreeing, probably pretty sure he's gonna agree. I would say to navigate the scam, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that prey. They prey on the independent artist's budget. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's not label budget. That's not Young Money's budget. That's our budget. So of course they're gonna want a piece, right? So the hardest part is navigating the scams and understanding who is it you're talking to,
contracts,
the product that they're asking you to do or asking you to provide, et cetera, et cetera. So that's probably the hardest part, is navigating through the bullshit and just giving people the real shit. So we do a great job. I would say me and Twin do a great job of cutting out the fuckery and giving people the real shit. So if you don't see Trippie Redd and all these motherfuckers on our goddamn featured price or featured track list, you know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of ultimately what it comes down to. Like,
fuck that. I'm exposing shit. This nigga G Herbo said $100K for a feature. I said, niggas don't even listen to you, dog. Get the fuck out of here. I said, bro, fuck out of here, bro. Like,
and that goes down to what it comes down to. Motherfuckers managing their own fucking page. And I think me and Twin have run into a lot of the issues where we think that's who we're talking to on IG, and it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not who the fuck we think that it's not G Herbo we're talking to. We're talking to whoever G Herbo gave his fucking access to his page to.
Right.
So that's the navigation of the fuckery we got to deal with. But long story short, me and Twin, we keeping it authentic, and we ain't playing the little bullshit games that they decide to play. We keeping it real. So that's
we play our own fucking game. Fuck these niggas.
No doubt about that, man. You know, I saw some absurd shit today. I was scrolling through Twitter, and I seen something, an artist by the name of DDG. Like, forgive me, I don't know a lot of these new guys out here. I don't really even care to know some of them, especially a lot of these gimmick rappers. But I seen somewhere where this guy, he was charging us $750,000 for a feature and $1 million to appear in the video. I'm like, nigga, please. I'm like, ain't nobody paying you that.
That part.
Exactly. Hold on, Twin. Let me just. Yes, bro. That's stupid shit. It's like, dude, when we're on the back end, and we already know exactly how much artists get paid for streams.
Exactly.
So to sit here and be like, yo, I want to get such and such on a feature. I remember this young lady I reached out to. She a Caribbean artist or whatever. I reached out to her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't reach out to her. I had my manager do it. I told my manager, I said, yo, reach out to such and such and see if we can get you know what I'm saying, get her team on board in regards to collaborating. Shorty said some stupid shit like $50K for a feature and a video, such and such. I was like, all right, that's feasible. Let me see. Let me look on the back end and see what your streams looking like. This bitch don't even got 100,000 streams.
Wow.
So I'm like $50,000.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I paying $50,000 for, Shorty? I'm not even gonna get my money in return. Like, nah, like fuck that.
That's crazy.
So long story short, that's what happens when you say DDG want to charge $750K for a song and then $1 million for a video. They're doing shit like that because they're not understanding the narrative. They're looking at it like, this is just business. I want to be able to charge you this, but then I don't need to do much for this paper, right?
Right.
That's the problem, right? We're navigating those same waters.
Hey, but Twin,
with them niggas. So long story short, I'm not trying to make it a long story, but that's just the narrative of it.
Like, nah, Twin, I know. I'm just saying. I was saying that there's a different way of going about it that we do. Right? Because it's different from saying like, yo, hey, look, hey, feature with us on this, second, and third, hey, we cutting you in on the splits. Like, when you paying somebody for a feature price, that means they don't get no rights to the song. They don't get any splits. They don't get no nothing else. There's just their name is on it and they promote it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? What that song does is really just up to how good the quality of the song was and what if people want to even hear it in the first place.
True.
The difference is like you can negotiate the right way, which would be like, yo, I'll give you majority splits on this song. I just want to do a song with you. You promote it and get whatever money that you would have gotten on the back end. But a lot of people who are signing these deals don't want to do that because, you know what I'm saying, they contract is fucked up. And they're not gonna get the money that they would have gotten up front, just me paying that person directly. But just like, you know, certain people have already disclosed, yo, you might do a song with the Game, and the Game goes in the booth, lays down the track, gives you back the feature, and then you about to put it out, and then his label calls and was like, nah, you ain't pay us either. You ain't pay us to put that out. And now you now you feel scammed because you're like, well, this nigga did that, and I can't even. The best thing I could put it out is maybe YouTube or SoundCloud.
Yeah, and that's the problem
it's fucked up.
we run into. So, like I said, we navigate the bullshit and give people the real shit. So that's
real nigga shit.
No doubt about that. And you know, you just look at it, man. You got a lot of these guys out here, especially a lot of these artists. They only really selling their name. They're not really selling anything of value, of anything that is, you know, worth the price tag a lot of them put onto these features or appearances in their videos. Like, it's absurd, especially knowing that, you know, you got some kind of independent artist that's coming your way, probably doesn't have that kind of budget to pay that kind of feature. If you feel as though your song is really like that, or whatever the case may be, and you want to charge somebody like that, good luck. I mean, you'll get somebody out there who may be thirsty enough to pay that kind of price only because they want to say they got a big name feature on their album or whatever, but then the song don't go nowhere. Then you listen to the song and you gonna listen to another song that this said rapper is on, and you realize it's the same verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you get a lot of that too.
They do a lot of. So what I would say is this: they do a lot of candy verses. A lot of guys that you know what I'm saying. I want you to jump on this track, and they just throw in that throwaway verse that didn't make their album, or two throwaway verses that didn't make their album. They just cycling that same bullshit through because they feel as though the label's probably not even going to accept it. I mean, let's be honest. Let's talk about. I'm a address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about that Drake feature. You think after the fucking Kendrick Lamar fucking battle you just went through, you gonna throw that bitch ass, suck ass, whack ass verses you threw out on that fucking song? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm talking about as far as the narrative goes. A lot of these artists have those throwaway verses or the verses that they didn't use for whatever, and I got it for this. I could probably fit it on this song right here. So, long story short, you know what I'm saying? For all the artists out there that's striving to make it, that's the independent artists that are trying to do it, don't fall victim to the fucking gimmick. Do your thing, and then when they reach out to you, make sure you make them sign the dotted line. That's at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. So anyway,
that's
continue.
it.
Get your paperwork in order, you're.
That's all it is, and that's why it's extremely important for, you know, you up and coming artists out there to really learn and understand the business, so that way you don't get taken by some of these guys out here that just looking to swindle people, you know. No doubt about that. So let me ask you guys, you know, we mentioned, you know, a lot of the music business, and we're talking about that right now, but where we're starting to see is, to me, I feel like it's starting to shift a little bit more, where the artists are starting to be more so in control. And what I mean by that, you know, people are starting to realizing that they're not really benefiting much from, you know, streaming. So, you know, they're trying to go other routes. You got people out there that's starting to realize that you're not really getting much of a benefit now from the labels, you know, especially with the way, you know, it's so easy now to put your music out there yourself, and you got a lot of different things and a lot of different avenues out there to help facilitate that. So how do you feel about the way that the business is kind of transitioning now with the music industry?
So hold on, son. I'm gonna jump in on this. I would say this off rip. There's 2 points I would make. The first point I would make: the music business in itself, the agenda has never been for independent thought. So the narrative that you think that the independent thought is thriving, nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's not. Like, there's still an agenda going on. They're still pushing a dumbed down version of hip hop, a pity pat fucking dance, whatever the fuck they're trying, whatever agenda it is. I don't know what it is specifically, but that shit's not working, right? For the independent artists that are trying to make it, the second thought is the independent artists that are trying to make it, that are trying to push their agenda and all that stuff like that, you have to stay with the independent thought and the independent movement. Whatever you decide to make the records, whatever records drive you, because let's be honest, there's a lot of artists out there right now that make a specific type of songs. It could be heartbreak songs, or it could be drill or rap or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, just stay within your niche and push that. That's what I would say when it comes to that stuff. I don't agree with the whole the agenda's pushing. I personally wish that the agenda would push back to be the artist's independent thought. This is what my song is. This is what my niche is. I want to push that agenda and keep that pushing. But I don't believe that's the case right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but and just to follow up, just to make it quick, but you know, it's one of those things where you can't really do much in regards to like the whole hierarchy of stuff that's going on, because you know you're gonna try to find new ways to make money in the first place. So everybody, you know, once the artist realizes that they're a brand, obviously they're gonna seek endorsements, they're gonna seek partnerships, collaborations, et cetera, you know, in regards to how big your brand is and stuff like that. You know, we've partnered with a couple of cigar companies already. It's one of those things where, you know, you're always going to be looking to expand your brand in some way, right? But but you know, there is a movement not only in Congress but in regards to in congressional hearings to, you know, hold a lot of these streaming services accountable in the first place, because they you know, we're fighting against the algorithm more or less, you know, as opposed to having the algorithm actually work for you. You know, but you know, there's like I said, just like Twin said, it's just agendas. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to navigate that. So you got to find alternative ways to make a living.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely. So for Twin Kings, what's next for you guys? Like, you know, you got that album out right now, you know, that's out there making noise. It's funny how life is. You know, I got your single First Things First, you know, and you guys are talking some real, you know, knowledgeable stuff on there too, also about the industry as well. So what's next for you guys?
Man, we actually plan on doing, my bad, Twin. We actually plan on doing a hip hop / African slavery kind of theme track for Black History Month. That's kind of our goal right now. We have a lot more jewels to drop, and especially on that tape, there's a lot of fire and like jewels that we can drop for that tape, and I think that's what we're working towards right now.
Yeah, but we have our hand in a bunch of different pots. You know what I'm saying? You know, a couple events we about to host. You know, so some potential shows are lined up. Essentially, we're trying to, you know, expand our business and obtain certain you know, commercial real estate. And you know, especially, but on that Black Empowerment album that we got coming out, it's gonna be one for the ages for sure.
For sure.
We got our hands in a lot of different pots, so it's kind of hard to narrow that down and say what's next. A lot.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, we ain't done yet.
Got you. No doubt about that. So are you doing any like shows, anything anytime soon, or?
We have some. We're in cahoots in regards to talking to a few venues to see about, you know, pricing, availability, and some dates. We definitely are looking into doing our own show. We just got offered to be a part of a Rhapsody show up in Chicago.
Nice.
But you know, we're kind of like on the fence about that at the current moment in regards to how they're talking with the numbers.
Okay.
But you know, but that's up in the air. Like I said, we're still in some contract negotiations for that. But you know, we're more looking towards looking at our own venues and hosting our own shows at the current moment. You know, I had some people asking me about Northern Virginia as well as a couple of places in New York. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, fellas,
you'll know when the street team is out there passing out flyers.
No doubt about that, man. Hey, just let me know you guys want to come back up here on the show, talk more, man. We can definitely make that happen, man. I would definitely appreciate that.
Too easy.
No doubt, man. Yeah, man. So, we want to say thank you to you fellas, for taking the time out to come up here and, chop it up with us. Hopefully this won't be the last time you guys are up here and all that good stuff. And, before we get ready to leave up out of here and everything, for anybody out there that's listening right now, do you got any parting words or any announcements or anything?
Yeah,
it's funny how life is. Go check out the damn catalog, you heard? You can find us everywhere on every single platform. It don't matter. We even got the website that we can give it directly to you. That's the number 2 WIINKINGZ. Twin Kings.
TwinKings.com, man. Go check it out. Go check out our tape. We just spent our fucking great time doing that shit. Please go check it out. The shit fucking fire. I believe it's a certified classic. So go check out the tape. First things first is the record that we pushing it, but the whole fucking tape is fire. It speaks for itself. So please go check out the tape. Tell us what you think about it, man. Hit us up, DM us, hit us whatever you already know. Find us on IG, 2WIIN_Kings with a Z. You already know that's how you find us on IG. Hit us a DM. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you don't like. We don't give a flying fuck. Just say what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
And most importantly, we do respond back in the DMs. It just be flooded. It's gonna take some time, but we do be answering back all the time.
Fact. So long story short, thank you for having us, bro. It was been an absolute pleasure chopping it up with you. Hopefully it's not gonna be the last. Let's do it again. I'm cool for it.
Oh, likewise. It's definitely been a pleasure chopping it up with you fellas, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to having y'all come back here. Just let me know whenever y'all want to come back. I got you.
Word. Most love.
No doubt. So for everybody out there, ladies and gentlemen, keep it locked right here to the show, because coming up next, man, first things first, we about to get into it. It's funny how life is, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy EMillio EgBar here with the Twin Kings. Keep it locked right here, you heard?
Want to be heard on the Nonstop Radio Show? Send us your submissions in MP3 format at Let's Network Musically 212@gmail.com.
This is Nonstop Radio.